Hi, I'm Joey Delgado. 25 years ago, Brian Gleason and I started a hockey league in a tiny little town called Port Charlotte, Florida. Now here we are, about 26 years later. I have all of these videotapes that no one's really ever seen before, except maybe a handful of people here and there. And I'm just thinking, here we are in the middle of a pandemic. There's not a lot going on in terms of the world of sports, and it's a fun little thing to look back at. So today, we are taking a look back at Season 3. This is the championship series between the Blackhawks and the Blue Demons. Season 3 was a turning point for the league. We had an influx of rookies that came in that balanced the power around a little bit, including John DeRose, who was the first overall pick in the draft, and he immediately brought the Blackhawks back to respectability. The Blue Demons, meanwhile, picked up a bunch of new players in the draft. Some of those rookies included the Schuler brothers, Craig and Scott. Rod Warner was their goalie, and Zach Emerson was also part of the team as well. This championship series featured a team that was a little bit more well-rounded maybe in the Blackhawks against a team in the Blue Demons that was really dependent upon the incredible explosive scoring ability of Bill Sullivan. The Demons like to grip it and rip it. The Blackhawks are more dump and chase and maybe try to set up the points. It was a clash of styles, and the Blackhawks knew that they were going to be in for a tough one, and they were determined to do anything they could to try to slow down Bill Sullivan. So they went into this championship thinking that the strategy would be to put a shadow or two on Bill Sullivan. He had scored over 50 goals that season in 12 games. He had scored 9 goals in the semifinal sweep over the red team, and he was the one guy that everyone was worried about on the Blackhawks. The Blue Demons also had a little bit more support for Bill than usual, because with Rod Warner, the rookie goalie, coming in to play, that meant that Jerry Sullivan could come out of the net, and Jerry was a pretty good player on the floor as well. He could score, he could get there first, he could pass, he could set up his brother, and he was also a big body. Coming into this series, the Blackhawks goaltender Joe Molinari was on a hot streak. In fact, both goalies were. Joe Molinari in particular had pitched a shutout in Game 1 of the semifinal over the White Lightning and gave up a total of 2 goals in that series, one of them on a penalty shot. On the other side for Blue, Rod Warner was the goalie, of course, and he had given Blue some life. Like I mentioned earlier, his play in the net allowed Jerry Sullivan to come out. The Blackhawks came in with 6 players total, so they only had 2 subs. So the idea of a shadow on Bill Sullivan was really going to be put to the test. That assignment fell to Arturo Cuevas and Dan Delgado most of the time. And of course, they were also relying in the meantime on their own sniper, Chris Zierman, who that season had scored 42 goals. So that sets everything up. Now let's go back in time, 26 years ago, to Game 1 of the championship.
Okay, and we're underway here. Game 1 of the Season 3 Championship Series between the Blue Demons and the Blackhawks. And we see that Bill Sullivan, early on, putting the pressure on, as Joe Molinari for the Blackhawks is forced to make the early save. The offensive face-off now for the Blue Demons. Bill Sullivan on it against Zierman, wins it to himself, rips the shot. Delgado has it behind the net, trying to get it out of trouble. He's got Jerry Sullivan on him and Bill Sullivan nearby. Delgado tries to get it out, but can't. It's now being controlled by Scott Schuler, then taken by Chris Zierman for the early shot. Arturo Cuevas with the opportunity there as the battle continues in the corner. Gary Bain coming out with it now as Zierman chases him around to the other side and is held up there by the girder. Delgado has it now, centering for Arturo Cuevas. He gets a shot on goal with his backhand, trying to get another one now. Jerry Sullivan up the wall. Cuevas giving all sorts of trouble early on. As you might recall, Cuevas was being tasked with the big job of shadowing Bill Sullivan, and so far he's providing some offensive pressure here. Meanwhile, Jerry Sullivan with the steal, and misses all the way to the other side of the benches there. Pretty even game, though, early on. Both teams getting a couple of chances. Another face-off here in the Blackhawks zone. Looks like John DeRose is going to take the draw. We saw some of that in the semifinal series against the White Lightning. And away they go. So there it is. It's now out of the zone. DeRose against Schuler, pinching up there a little bit. And Mercado trying to chase Delgado down for it. The battle here, nearby the benches. And Delgado racing in with Jerry Sullivan, keeping an eye on him. The pass across just misses Chris Zierman. And it looks like Andre Mercado trying to get that out. DeRose with it now. Throws it back in, then back to him. Then Zierman, and he misses! Whoa! That's a big opportunity there from Delgado to Zierman. Slap shot by DeRose. That one's blocked. Bill Sullivan with it now. Slap shot, and it's a goal! Bill Sullivan early on as the teams were trading big-time opportunities. Bill Sullivan is the first one to cash in, though. Long-distance bomb eludes Joe Molinari. Appears to have gone on his short side, and the Demons taking the early 1-0 lead. Wow, what a shot, what a blast by Bill Sullivan. And we back to the action now. DeRose with it. Sends it back in. Dump in chase is the style that they like to play. That one doesn't work. Whoa, that one seemed to have gotten past Molinari. But not into the net somehow. And the Demons putting on the pressure early. Zach Emerson now battling against Cuevas. He takes it away. Tries to center that. Emerson recovers. Going back up along the wall where he is met by Delgado, who throws it back in deep. Cuevas getting there first with enough time to look around back to the point. Bounces off the boards a little bit and now out of the zone. Here's DeRose with it now. Marco Rodriguez all over him. And so is Emerson. Two of the new, fresh, young rookies here, including Craig Schuler there as Bill Sullivan taken down by Arturo Cuevas. Marco now with it, looking to get that shot across. Here's Delgado bringing it in. Delgado looking to play some defense today. Ball knocked off his stick. He recovers. Going behind the net. Around. Centers in front. Here's DeRose at the point. Moves to his right. Back to his left. Gets the wrister. Shot. And it's a goal! Beating Rod Warner on the high stick side. What a play by DeRose as two of the most dynamic players in this series respond with goals back-to-back pretty much here as we see John DeRose using that unbelievable reach of his just to keep it, I would say, at arm's length away from Marco Rodriguez, but that's not an arm. That's like an arm and a half, folks, and it goes straight in past Rod Warner, who did not appear to see it as it sailed past rookie defenseman Craig Schuler there. Score tied 1-1 as Zierman now racing in to the corner. Battling against Andre Mercado as we see Matt Jacobson now trying to get some position against Craig Schuler. Here's DeRose. Another shot off the wall. And now Sullivan trying to get it out. Zierman can't control it, but it's a face-off. Delgado, backhand across for DeRose. That's blocked in front. And Bill Sullivan there. But Matt Jacobson runs over to try to give him a little bit of trouble. And it's taken away. Zierman racing now with Jerry Sullivan on him. Battling in the corner. Sullivan all over him. Zierman trying to fight his way out of it, and Sullivan trying to make sure he doesn't. Meanwhile, Matt Jacobson standing in front of the net there. Looks like the Sullivan brothers are going to win this one. And that's Bill Sullivan, but that's taken away, I think, by Matt Jacobson, and then Chris Zierman getting the shot opportunity. Face-off. It's along the wall. Delgado against Gary Bain. Looks like he'll go maybe behind the net again. Nope, taken away by Bain. Nope, then taken away by the girder. Back in front for Jacobson. Here's DeRose with it now, throwing it back in. Deep shot, score! Delgado gets a piece of that. It looked like John DeRose put that shot on net, and it stopped right at the goal line. Delgado got there before Rod Warner or Gary Bain could control that rebound just sitting there, and he pokes it in. Blackhawks up 2-1. Bill Sullivan busting in right off the faceoff with a shot. Matt Jacobson going back down the other way as Delgado pursues. Tries to turn and create some offense, but it's taken away. Here's Dan Delgado racing into the corner with Jerry Sullivan. The battle of the lefties there. Southpaw battle continues as Delgado gets it out. Kept in by Bain. There's a shot. Molinari, it's saved. John DeRose with it now, setting it out for for Matt Jacobson, but that's outside. Here's Gary Bain with it now. Back up the middle. Steered aside by Joe Molinari. Dan Delgado with it. Sends it all the way down.
for Matt Jacobson to get it. Going against Scott Schuler, taken away by Bill Sullivan. Shot right on. Molinari, sharp so far. As Bill Sullivan continues to get the shot opportunities. Delgado is taken away. Dan Delgado keeping it in, fighting off Jerry Sullivan. Jacobson across. Where is it? Back in front. Jacobson and Delgado fighting for it, but here comes Jerry Sullivan as Gary Bain steps across the line. There's a shot. Goes high, and it looks like Gary Bain was offside. We have a delayed call here, but the Demons don't seem to know about it. You see referee David Ogilvy, his arm in the air, as everybody is now back on side. Gary Bain here first with it, but it's taken away by Delgado. He tries to center across. That's intercepted. Here's Dan Delgado getting it on net. Back over for Jacobson. Shot, score! Rookie Matt Jacobson, as Dan Delgado was just trying to get it in deep, and he did, and you could see it trickling by Rod Warner there. The shot just came right to Matt Jacobson, who was in the right spot at the right time. If you're a Blackhawks fan, the wrong place at the wrong time if you are a Demons fan. Either way, the Demons are now trailing by the score of 3-1, and we've got a lot of offense early on here in this first period. Delgado against, I think that was Emerson, went to Bill Sullivan, but immediately taken away by Joe Delgado. Scott Schuler off the wall back here over for Matt Jacobson, alone again, but he made the move a little too nonchalantly perhaps, and it was taken away before he could set up the shot that he wanted. Delgado with it now, trying to get that shot, or over to Jacobson, as he continues to get pushed out of the slot area by Scott Schuler. Good battle in front of that slot, all clean, just bodies going at each other. As the ball is now deep into the Blackhawk zone. John DeRose and Dan Delgado back. Bill Sullivan chasing him down. Over for Joe Delgado, who has moved up to forward, and we have a face-off back at the center ice position. Here's John DeRose with it now as he goes back to his own corner. Fires and sends it, tries to send it deep, but instead it comes out back to Bill Sullivan. He's getting yet another shot. And so far, if they are employing this shadow strategy, it has not been very effective, because Bill Sullivan must have 5 or 6 shots so far in this game. And, you know, if that continues, he's going to get his share. Here he is now. No one on him. Shot. That's off the wall, but it just misses the net. Just curves a little bit on the inside of the post there almost. As Zach Emerson now looking to keep this in, and the Demons with a lot of pressure. Molinari putting it into some of that pressure, forcing the face-off. We see DeRose taking another face-off as Delgado comes back around the other way for Zierman. He tries to get past Craig Schuler. A shot from that hard angle side by the wall, easily gloved by rookie netminder Rod Warner. Jerry Sullivan with a good long shot. John DeRose poking that out, but then kept back in by Emerson. Here's Joe Delgado back on defense now, sending it back long for Arturo Cuevas. Or is that, yes it is. It's Arturo Cuevas. Face off now as DeRose steps into the circle. Drops now by the referee Tony Gallo, and it's in the blue zone. And immediately they shoot. Then this time that's Zach Emerson. You can see the clash of styles immediately. The Blackhawks right here are very happy to play dump and chase. Arturo Cuevas using a lot of speed to get in there and try to force that turnover and create some offense, where the Blue Demons are much happier that with just about any possession they're going to rip it. As you see, John DeRose does that right there. Back around behind the net. It appears to be. As cameraman Logan Gamble providing the footage for us today. Joe Delgado against Jerry Sullivan. Sullivan wins that, throwing it in front and through, and it looks like now it is out. As cameraman Logan Gamble giving us a great view of stick blades and sneakers so far. And it looks like we're back to the action. John DeRose with a long shot, and it is not a goal, as Cuevas was chasing it down. Here comes Joe Delgado in to the corner. In front for Cuevas, and he just misses. DeRose going back the other way to the other corner. Here's Emerson with it now. Kept in by Delgado. Now it's past him, as DeRose will chase this down and try to send it the other way, and he does. Zierman busting through deep into the corner, trying to get past Craig Schuler. Can't, as he's
pushed off the ball a little bit.
They're all cheering because they dumped it. Oh, wow.
And Delgado with Bill Sullivan in pursuit sends it back for DeRose, who goes up the wall. And now it's out. There's Cuevas busting in. Big bump there against Marco Rodriguez. Marco Rodriguez, one of the new fresh faces of the league this season. Finished 7th in scoring this season. Here's a shot from Bill Sullivan, and that goes over the net. And the ball is now out of play. Face off. Back to Molinari. He handles it. Opportunity for Marco on his backhand. Didn't get the shot that he wanted, though. Dan Delgado in there to take it away from Gary Bain. Now Gary Bain recovering. And Dan Delgado over for Zierman. Scott Schuler back across the middle. Joe Delgado picks this up, regroups, looks, goes long for Zierman right on the blade, and he takes another shot from that wall side. So far that shot is not working for Chris. 0 for 3 with those attempts so far. Slippery floor here, folks. Tough to get your footing to begin with, and off-angle shots even tougher to be accurate on, as we see a bunch of players now coming over to this side on the wall. Zierman trying to center that out, but it goes through everyone, and Gary Bain with it now. He's got Mercado in front all alone. He's got Marco in front all alone. Jacobson recovering.
You know what I know?
Bain with the shot. He had Mercado completely alone. Instead took the shot. Dan Delgado now in front, and here's Zierman. He's got Delgado. And that's the whistle for the period. Second period now underway. The Demons down 3-1. Marco with a backhand shot. That misses the net. Molinari watching each side as the action is behind him. Here's Craig Schuler running in to keep the pressure on. As we see Joe Delgado chasing down Jerry Sullivan. That's Dan Delgado and Craig Schuler battling, and here is Marco taking it in. Back now deep for Jerry Sullivan as he looks to send it deep for his brother Bill. Chris Zierman doing everything he can to stop Bill Sullivan. Couldn't quite do it as he was basically shrugged off by Bill Sullivan. So powerful, and he still managed to get that backhand shot on. Big shot here by Jerry Sullivan, and it's a goal! Wow. Perfect example here, folks, as Jerry Sullivan gripped it and ripped it past Joe Molinari. 2 long shots by the Sullivan brothers, and we have 2 goals, and it's a 1-goal difference now here in this action. Early second period. Joe Delgado battling in the corner. Back out now the other way. Fake shot by Chris Zierman, taken away by Jerry Sullivan. And it's in front here for Zierman. Makes the move, but he's held up by Craig Schuler. Veteran play there by the rookie defenseman, Craig Schuler, as he was able to provide that separation. Delgado has it, winds up, that's deflected and goes high off the wall. Craig Schuler with it now, taking it away before Cuevas could do some damage, as it's knocked in deep into the zone. Cuevas rushing right in there. Here's Bill Sullivan with it. He takes that long shot, misses. DeRose with it now, off the wall to Cuevas. Sullivan to Sullivan. Nice deflected play there by Chris Zierman. Sullivan with another attempt that's blocked in front by it appeared to be John DeRose. As Zierman working behind the net, having it taken away by Bill Sullivan, who stick handles up and through a plethora of Blackhawks players. John DeRose trying to get it around Marco Rodriguez. Sending it deep. Here's Zierman going long. Oh, no, that was actually Cuevas going long across for Zierman. Nice play by Cuevas. And Zierman wrapping it around in front, and it goes over to Jacobson, and it's a goal. Wow. Look at this by Jacobson here. Only Gary Bain seemed to know that it was coming to Matt Jacobson, who was once again in the right place at the right time. He was able to pick the whole left side. Gary Bain in vain trying to get there. Just a little too much out of his reach that time. Zierman now going long as the Blackhawks have a 2-goal lead here, up 4-2. Here's Bill Sullivan with it. John DeRose batting that out of the air with one of those extremely long arms of his. And tough to see where the action is exactly. There's a battle right there. High stick, and it looks like we're going to have a penalty. Yep, there's a penalty on the play, and it's going to be on Captain Joe Delgado as we see Bill Sullivan here alone. And it's going to be tough to see, I think, but a stick is going to come up. It looks like it was a stick chuck that nailed Bill Sullivan in the face. So it's a high stick to the face of Bill Sullivan, who's out of the game for repairs momentarily. Meanwhile, with Joe Delgado in the box, the Blue Demons have a 2-minute power play. Jerry Sullivan ripping it from his own corner as Gary Bain gets back on side. Emerson against Zierman. He takes him down. Zierman takes down Emerson. There's no call on the play as we see Bill Sullivan in the corner. Back for Scott Schuler. Score! Wow, what a play! Gary Bain setting this up. It goes back to Scott Schuler, who wasted no time in getting that wrist shot off. Long distance, upper high slot area as he looks back to the crowd and gestures in celebration. Here comes Gary Bain celebrating with him. And the Blue Demons are in business here. Now down only by a goal as Jerry Sullivan. Well, it looked to me like he walked himself in offside, but Dan Delgado recovers and makes a nice pass over to his brother Joe. Back out to the point, but that's not a good idea as Jerry Sullivan got that shot off. But in the glove of goaltender Joe Molinari. Demons on the attack here without Bill Sullivan. Sullivan on the bench, looking like he's trying to stop the bleeding. As we saw Gary Bain there on the faceoff, potentially going forward. John DeRose ripping it, but it goes wide. Jerry Sullivan with Dan Delgado on him. Zierman trying to clean that up, get that shot off. He's got to wait for Dan Delgado to get on side. Now he rips it. It's blocked by Gary Bain, who really is just about all over the place. Dan Delgado alone in front. Here's Joe Delgado. Oh, for Zierman. Shot. Score! As wow, we see Chris Zierman stepping into this shot. Upper left corner over the stick side of Rod Warner. Wow, what a blast. What a great rip by Chris Zierman. And some pretty good footage for us here back in 1993-94, whenever this was taking place. Zierman with the move, tries to go back across on a 2-on-1, but that's stopped. DeRose trying to deflect it away from Andre Mercado. Now he's got Marco in pursuit. As he comes back around his net, we see Bill Sullivan still on the benches there. Not sure if he's just trying to stave off the bleeding or what exactly is going on. Dan Delgado with a shot, dangerous shot there. As now Joe Delgado keeping it in. Mercado and Scott Schuler. Delgado back to the point. Shot by John DeRose. That goes high. Matt Jacobson with it now. He has a shot. That's deflected. Dan Delgado battling against Jerry Sullivan with Joe Delgado nearby. The net's off, and we have a face-off. Battle here now with Arturo Cuevas keeping it in deep for Matt Jacobson. Mercado gets it up along the wall. Cuevas keeping it back in deep as Cuevas bounces around Mercado. DeRose has it now. Over for Joe Delgado. As he brings it in the other way, trying to get past Scott Schuler. Back to the point for DeRose. And he did not keep that in. Offside. Here's DeRose with Marco.
Nice.
Really giving him a lot of trouble. I think that was Marco's stick that went flying as he tried to stay with John DeRose.
Sure, he's going quick.
Face off, Delgado, and that's out. Another face off. Kept in by Joe Delgado. He shoots. He scores! The Demons trying to break out of the zone, but that was stopped. And the wrist shot from over by that face-off area, and it looks like it may have gone again on one of the sides there, possibly the short side of Rod Warner. Big shot there from the point as Craig Schuler trips over the feet of Arturo Cuevas. I think he thinks it was Matt Jacobson, actually. We're not too sure about that, but he definitely took a number on that. As Emerson Now, yep, there you go. Schuler and Jacobson. Schuler convinced that Jacobson is the one giving him the trouble, arguing with Ogilvy, who says, hey, worry about yourself, or something to that effect. Whoa! And the rebound off the wall was in between the legs there of goaltender Rod Warner. Just before Arturo Cuevas could knock it in, Warner was able to recover. Taking it away by Zach Emerson there against John DeRose. Having a lot of trouble here, trying to keep it away from people, and I think we now just see the return of Bill Sullivan. Across now for Matt Jacobson. Yep, that sure is Bill Sullivan. He's back. 6-3. They need 3 goals. Nice play there by Craig Schuler along the wall. Zimmerman with it now. Shoots. That goes wide. Delgado with it against Emerson. Sullivan in to help. Sullivan takes it away. Gets past Matt Jacobson. And he's into the corner. Jacobson battling. Curling out of the corner. Dangerous shot. Big save there by Molinari. Here's Delgado with it now. It stays in deep in the corner. And Chris Zierman sending it back the other way, or trying to. He goes in. Backhand shot. Hits a leg. I think it was Scott Schuler's leg. And Bill Sullivan grips it and rips it. Wide. Nothing has changed from Bill Sullivan's perspective. His job is to shoot. He's going to do that a lot here, folks. Delgado up the wall the other way. As the Blackhawks with just 2 subs here today. Zierman going in front for Delgado. Shoot, score! Here's Zierman as he made the move to get around the defense. And Delgado came racing in. Zierman centered it, and Delgado tapped it home. And the Blackhawks now up 7-3. The Demons trailing by 4 here midway through the game in the second period. Marco Rodriguez now playing defense, at least momentarily, as Jerry Sullivan trying to force some action here. Bill Sullivan is spilled. Looks maybe that by Dan Delgado there, who whiffs on that shot, and now takes one from the corner. The Blackhawks look like they are definitely aware of Bill Sullivan, just not able to control.
Fuck was that?
Well, there's a good battle now. Bill Sullivan and Dan Delgado. There's a lot of shoving there.
You just see. Like 2 or 3?
And it looks like
Just after.
Dan Delgado comes out of that with the ball momentarily. And face-off slap shot by Bill Sullivan. Joe Delgado gets it out as the Blackhawks. Here's Chris Zierman with it. Blackhawks with only 2 subs are pretty happy to just continue to dump and chase. Trying to maybe slow the game down a little bit. Shot! It's right in front! Jerry Sullivan gets there first, though. Once again, Arturo Cuevas knocking on that door a couple times so far that Rod Warner wasn't quite able to get it. Now we see the battle in front. Delgado threw it for Zierman. It went off of him, but Mercado had Zierman tied up pretty good. Molinari with it over for Delgado. He dumps it for Zierman. Shot, score! And Chris Zierman showing that he's got that magical shot himself. Second long shot today. Beats goaltender Rod Warner on the low side. As the Blackhawks now with a 5-goal lead here in Game 1 of this championship. Rod Warner not happy with how he handled that one, it looked like, as Jerry Sullivan rips that one. Looked like it might have gone off a post. And then he's in there against Dan Delgado. Well, we have a face-off. Joe Delgado with it. Cuevas with a quick shot. Zierman on the other side as Bill Sullivan coming back in to try to take it away. And he does. Back across the other way. Molinari stops everything. Face off. Bill Sullivan trying to get that shot. Here's DeRose with it now. Sullivan shot. He misses. Delgado with a little bit of time. Goes long for Cuevas. Again, Cuevas. Johnny on the spot. Battling against Scott Schuler. Now he's got Bill Sullivan on him.
You mean Rohrhoff?
Bill Sullivan with an arm in the air as if to say, I'm not holding him, or I'm not freezing the ball, or something to that effect. Cuevas battling hard, but Scott Schuler comes out with the ball. Delgado with it, trying to pass over for DeRose, but I think he saw Emerson anticipating that pass back to DeRose. Zierman going off the wall. Here's DeRose. Shot! That's blocked. Zierman back for DeRose, and again, there's Emerson. He's definitely aware. Big shot by Sullivan. Emerson definitely aware of John DeRose and trying to make things a little bit more difficult for the Blackhawks' #1 overall pick this season, who had 30 goals playing defense all season long. John DeRose, special player from Fort Myers. As we return to the action now, here's Arturo Cuevas. Working hard against Scott Schuler. That matchup has been going on all day. Cuevas now down, then gets back to his feet. Here comes John DeRose with it. Pivots and turns it into the opposite corner, and Cuevas getting there first. Cuevas with a lot of speed here. Centers in front for Zierman, but it didn't quite get to him as
I know he does.
it looks like.
He was fucking like your brother a minute
Is that still Rod Warner in goal? I'm a little unsure about that at the moment, folks. Sullivan shooting right on.
You know what'd be really fun?
Molinari
Stefandre got lit.
pushes it over for DeRose. As we see Zierman in the corner against Craig Schuler. And now Wick makes his way to the front of the net. Arturo Cuevas all over it. Couldn't get it in. DeRose over for Delgado. Delgado running it in deep.
I stick him.
Sullivan, though, takes it away.
Hamster Fest 93. Tear it up, Joe.
And now Delgado has it. And it looks like Chris Zierman in the penalty box here. Possibly a roughing call as the Blue Demons get their second power play of the day here. Trailing by 5. This would be a great opportunity for them to score a goal. They already have 1 goal on their 1 power play. And yeah, folks, I don't think that's Rod Warner in goal. I believe that's Jerry Sullivan, who has a lot of experience playing goalie, even in the playoffs, as he played goaltender for the Green Sharks in the CHL's first season. Jerry Sullivan in goal now as Dan Delgado on the penalty kill up with Joe Delgado. He's trying to center it for his brother, but that is not going to work. And here comes Marco with some room. As we see Logan Gamble giving us a great view of his foot. Here's Marco Rodriguez threatening on the backhand, instead turns. DeRose giving him a little bit of room as the power play continues for the Demons. Joe Delgado with it now, trying to get it past Craig Schuler, who takes the angle on him, and now trying to hold him up. And he does. And it looks like he may have picked up a penalty there. As Bill Sullivan comes out with the ball. And Marco Rodriguez alone in front. Delgado sees it just before the ball gets to him. And Delgado trying to get it out, but Bill Sullivan takes it away as the two players continue to battle against each other. Sullivan comes out with a wrist shot. That's blocked. Had an opportunity, but that was taken away by John DeRose as this 3-on-3 battle continues on here. Chris Zierman now back in.
What's your name? Craig.
And Marco Rodriguez with it, as it looks like we now have the Blackhawks on the power play. Zierman with a big shot, and that misses. Rebound over for Delgado. Sullivan takes that away. Gets the shot off. Stick save there by Molinari. John DeRose looking, going long the other way for Delgado. He's got Zierman in front. Centers! Big save there by Jerry Sullivan. Centered now for Dan Delgado. Sullivan takes that away. Gets through Delgado. Nope, not on his feet though. As the Demons will regroup. Marco across. Almost taken away by Chris Zierman. Bill Sullivan gets that shot off, but it goes high and wide. Dan Delgado with it now. Takes it away. Brings it in. 3-on-1. Takes the shot. And I believe the power play has expired, and everyone is now back in. We return to 4-on-4 even strength action here. Matt Jacobson with it now. As there's Rod Warner in, trying to add something to the action here. Jacobson battling his way to the net. Other side now for Zierman. He tries to center that up in the air. And there's Jerry Sullivan. One thing about Jerry Sullivan being in goal is that they might lose a little bit of offense. Whoa, that was a big shot there by Zierman. Looks like it may have gone off the post and up in the air. So they give up a little bit of offense perhaps from Jerry Sullivan, but then again, he's so good with that stick. He can help set up plays even as a goaltender. And they're going to need that, down by 5 goals here, the Blue Demons are. As that one goes behind the net now. Emerson with Arturo Cuevas forcing the action. Sullivan takes that away, and then Craig Schuler takes it away from Sullivan. Goes back to Sullivan. Here's Jerry Sullivan with it now, and there you see him trying to set up players with the breakout pass as Molinari stops that.
Let's see. How long is each period?
Delgado against Schuler trying to get that out. Zierman almost looked like he was in for the break. Here's Jacobson with it now as a player loses his stick. Long shot. Sullivan almost mishandles that. And once again, it's Arturo Cuevas causing the havoc for the goaltender. Jacobson now keeps it in deep. Behind the net with Rod Warner sliding. Marco now down on the ground. Bill Sullivan racing out, but he's taken down by Chris Zierman. And no call on the play here, folks. Sullivan across for Emerson. Shot. That one goes wide. Might have been deflected. Jacobson against Emerson. I'm sorry, that's Rodriguez. Sullivan with a shot. Score! As we see Marco Rodriguez was trying to center that, it appeared. And Bill Sullivan, keep your eye on him. He's right in front of the net there. He's got Joe Delgado on him. But it doesn't seem to matter as it's going to come close enough to Sullivan, and he knows exactly what to do. As he turns around, he's just going to overpower Delgado. There it is. Bang, as you see it go rolling in. Great play by Bill Sullivan from in close. 8-4. But wait, what's this? Chris Zierman alone. Backhand shot. Rebound score! Chris Zierman. Wow, what a play. Jacobson setting up Zierman to break into the defensive zone. Then he made one more move to get completely alone. He just had to catch up to the ball in time. When he did, he forces it to his backhand, takes a shot, save, but the ball was in the air, and before Zierman completely ran himself away, he was able to get his stick on it, knocking the ball in out of the air. 9-4. Wow, that's a tough play there for the Blue Demons. Now down by 5 as they try to force some action here. They need a lot of goals in a hurry as we are getting closer to the end of this Game 1 action here. Best of 3 series, of course. All 3 games to be played tonight, if that's the case. Sullivan taking another long shot. Molinari with that save. Zierman goes back for DeRose. And Zierman has it, but here's Gary Bain. We haven't seen him in a little bit. Gary Bain, of course, last season, the only player on either squad to win a championship, as he was a key member of the Red Hawks. He takes that one away from Delgado. Big backhand. That one misses, and now he's going to get his own rebound. Where is it? Delgado went sliding in to break up the pass. Bain gets it again. And here's Zierman making moves. There's a shot into the glove of Jerry Sullivan. And face-off. Zierman on the draw. Back for DeRose. Here's Sullivan throwing it in deep. As Gary Bain really wanting to force that action. He's the type of forward that Blue really needs. Someone with a lot of speed and a lot of hustle and grit. Here's Sullivan. Shot off the wall. Molinari pushes it out to DeRose. And back in deep it goes. Bill Sullivan here with it now. Trying to send a pass across. That went to Jacobson, and here's Gary Bain to clean it up and try to start this all over again for the Demons' attack. Craig Schuler chasing John DeRose. Here's DeRose going back the other way off the wall. Back to himself, it looks like. Bain sending it all the way back in deep into the other corner. And now Matt Jacobson here to get it. Bain chasing him down into the corner. Jerry Sullivan out with the pass up for his brother Bill. Shot, score! Wow, that appeared to be a 5-hole shot. Nice play, nice setup there by Jerry Sullivan, who stopped it and then sent it straight up for Bill Sullivan. And you could see it in the net there real quickly. I believe that it went 5-hole, like I said. Matt Jacobson again picking off the centering across play there by Bill Sullivan, but could not retain control of it as Scott Schuler threw it back the other way. Zierman taking that shot. DeRose racing in. Jacobson taking a shot. Then Gary Bain with a stick high in the air trying to stop that shot. Bain again with it. Flips it in. Centers for Bill Sullivan. Nice play. Nice moves. Big save. Oh, I don't know how Scott Schuler missed that. Here's Gary Bain with it now. Back to the point for Craig Schuler. Shot. Score! Wow, what a play. What hustle. As we see Scott Schuler just missing on the pass from Gary Bain. And who's first to the errant pass? It's Gary Bain. Gary Bain stopping short against the table there as Delgado went to his knees, anticipating the centering pass. Beautiful pass, though, to the point instead by Bain, finding Craig Schuler at the point, shot and score. What a play by Gary Bain, Mr. Championship of Season 2, back for the rookie Craig Schuler, as the Schuler brothers with a couple of goals here in this one. Meanwhile, Bill Sullivan with it now, making some moves, being chased by Arturo Cuevas, and the Demons now only down by 3 goals. And when I say they're only down by 3, I'm pretty serious about it. They did average nearly 10 goals a season, 10 goals a game this season, 9.90 goals, and they were just a few goals below their average, and with a little bit of time left, not much, but there's some time, they could get a couple more perhaps. Cuevas now battling. I think that's going to be Marco he's going against. Emerson trying to get out. There's Sullivan with a shot. That magic shot of Sullivan. They're still in this here, folks, as Molinari having to do a little bit of sliding there to try to get control of this.
He's just picky.
But there's really not a lot of time left here in the game as Delgado working to keep it in deep against Emerson. Cuevas setting it front for Delgado, who misses. Wow, nice pass play by Cuevas, and we have a whistle. John DeRose with it now. Runs back into his own zone.
Okay.
Throws it long the other way. Here's Zierman, but couldn't quite catch up to that. Here's DeRose. Shot! Deflected. And that'll do it. Wow, what a game here, folks. I'm not sure if that was all of the footage or not. I believe that the final score really was 9-7. But either way, that was some fantastic action. As you see, the Blackhawks early on, they knew who Bill Sullivan was, and they were determined to try to slow him down. But it did not look like they were really shadowing him as maybe they had expected to. And you see right there, it looked like things were really going the Demons' way as Rod Warner with a big save. And then right after that, Bill Sullivan blasting it from the deep in his own face-off zone area for the early goal. The goals continued to come for Bill Sullivan. Even though he did have to work hard for those goals, he was still able to score. Here's another play here where Jerry Sullivan set up his brother. Bill Sullivan cranking that shot. I believe that's the one that appeared to go 5-hole. Earlier in the game, it was Jerry Sullivan who blasted a shot long distance. And here's Scott Schuler on the power play. It looked like the Blue Demons really could maybe make a game of this, and hey, they actually really did. They were down at 1 point by 5, and this play here coming via the greatness of Gary Bain, unbelievable hustle, and then ability to put the brakes on in this slippery gym, faking out Delgado and Zierman with the excellent pass to the point for Craig Schuler, who blasted it past Joe Molinari. But that was the most that the Blue Demons could really expect to do today in Game 1. As you saw John DeRose doing John DeRose things with that unbelievable reach of his, as he was able to combat the greatness of Bill Sullivan with his own greatness. Here's That was John DeRose going long, and again, John DeRose going long, this time resulting in a rebound opportunity for Delgado, and then Dan Delgado getting into the act as he got it in deep for Matt Jacobson and was able to basically push the ball past goaltender Rod Warner, much to the dismay there of Bill Sullivan. You can see he was really upset about that play. Zierman here on this wraparound attempt, and who was there first? On that, it was Matt Jacobson who put it exactly where he wanted to, showing a lot of poise for a rookie. Then it was Zierman at the point. No doubt about this shot, right into that stick side corner. Delgado later on in the period, wrist shot from the far side, and that went in, as you see the celebration there by Arturo Cuevas. Nice play here coming from Chris Zierman. We just have a little bit more balanced attack perhaps here from the Blackhawks as multiple players scored goals. I believe 3 players had 2 goals or more in this contest. Zierman once again blasting it long distance. He had a hat trick in this one. And here's Zierman with perhaps one of the nicest goals that he could have scored this season. Zierman with 42 goals this season, knowing exactly what to do. Beautiful play here, the backhand, and then there it is bouncing, and he was able to get his blade on it as he was running out of the slide. It was a beautiful play here, and a beautiful game overall, actually, as the Blue Demons battled back late, battled back really throughout this contest, and set things up well for Game 2. So, Game 2 coming soon. It will once again be the Blue Demons and the Blackhawks, of course, here in the Season 3 Championship. Stand by for that. Hopefully you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and you'll get that game within the coming days.